from Grand Prairie, Texas, Delores and Dwayne Ramsey. And I think Delores is going to be the speaker there. And we have Ann Chisholm. She's one of our St. Louis Foxminder members from Kirkwood, Missouri. And I think I'll go ahead and do this introduction. We also have Patricia Fuller with the Thomas D. Murphy Publishing Company. Pat, you want to wave your hand a little bit so everybody can see who you are? Pat's been avidly doing some deep research for us for the last month and a half, so I think we've got some things to share there. So, would you like to talk to someone up front?
Good morning. This is all of the Fox Club collectors. It's been a long time coming. Already? Okay. You want me to pick this up? Okay. This information is on the Fox Pseudonyms. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And for my part, I do not have any new information that is not already known to everyone, but we will give an introduction here before we start the slides of the pseudonyms. All information on the Fox pseudonyms comes from the members of the Fox family, the Fox Club newsletters, the Fox book, the author of those, Rita Martinson, and contributing Fox Club members. The first mention of the pseudonyms came in a Fox Club newsletter dated 12/11/81. And to all of us that were members then, that was a tremendous breakthrough. Information came from the two Fox sons, Bill and Charles, that their father, R. Atkinson Fox, sometimes signed fictitious names to his work. Two reasons for this. Maybe the paintings were not up to the Fox standards, or it's possible that a publisher wanted a series of prints like calendars signed with different names, so the whole series would not be R. Atkinson Fox. Then the family gave a list of possible pseudonyms. This information opened a field of search by the fox hunters and doubled the funds of the search. We have more to look for now. And if we can't find an RAFox, maybe we can find an Elmer Lewis or so on. It would be difficult to persuade an avid fox hunter that the known pseudonyms were not painted by Fox. The only proven synonym as right now is Wainwright, and this may be added to after Patricia's information. The only proven pseudonym is Wainwright, since the oil on page 31, figure 29 in the book is signed by Fox. There are prints of this oil signed by Wainwright. So it is the same print. One is the oil by Fox, and I have a fan myself, signed Wainwright. The rest of the pseudonyms we are sure are due to the content and similarities, but we do not have proof. And hopefully after today, we will have some proof of some more of them. But this does not hold back us in our search. Here is the list of the known pseudonyms, and then we will begin to view the slides. The Fox pseudonyms that are known at this time: John Calvin or J. Calvin, Elmer Lewis, L. Capelli, George W. Turner, George White, H. Lewis, H. Musson, Dupree, P. Forrest, Charles Wainwright, or C. Wainwright, and sometimes the Wainwright is spelled without the W. So, we can go into the slides starting with the John Calvin slides. And I will give the name of the slides of the prints as they are shown. Are we in the way here? Okay. Now this is a Calvin, and the title is Their Great Day. Isn't that pretty? This came from Pat Gibson. Okay. This is titled Their First Lesson. And who would not be thrilled to find that? Okay. This one is titled On Guard. And someone does have a print that shows more of the little girl. So this is a calendar top, but not the complete print. Okay? This is titled Faithful. 2 girls in the Saint Bernard. A lot of the Calvin prints have this Saint Bernard, but not all of them. Okay? Isn't that darling? This is Chums. Isn't that precious? And you can see the signature reversed, but it's still the same print. Okay. And this one is untitled.
Excuse me, ma'am, would you speak into that microphone?
I
please?
surely will. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? All right. The next. This one is titled A Faithful Guardian. And you can see a lot of Calvin's prints are the Saint Bernard dog and the children. But you cannot say Fox signed a pseudonym to a certain type of print. As soon as you do, you're approved wrong. So, but this does seem to be the type of print that he mainly does. All right? Now these. Okay. We have some information on Elmer Lewis that we're going to show the publishing record on this.
Patricia's asked me to do the speaking for her today, so I'll do my best. Pat, you correct me where I make a mistake. Okay. This is a painting record. As you can see, I have a line, and a line is standing on the beach with waves dashing at their feet. And if you'll notice where it says name and artist, it says RAFox, signed Elmer Lewis. I would think that's pretty conclusive proof. I like in particular the title on this one that the publisher gave it. Old Ocean Waves, the Jungle Answers Back. And at the bottom of these painting records, you'll see that they list the years that they made the plates and that they were printed, and then the sizes that they were printed in.
Hey, Mark? Could you note that maybe Atkinson Fox would title it one and the publisher would...
Yeah, the artist's title was usually different than the title of the picture.
That's the same handwriting.
He was a little briefer. The remarks area tells you the date that it was delivered. Many of these painting records say it was delivered by Fox. We were reminded by the Fox family yesterday that that did not mean R. Atkinson. Most of the time that meant some of the sons. They were put into service to deliver these. I'm not sure if the daughters had to deliver them or not. Okay, one more, Carol. We've got one more to show you. This is also of some lions. And the difference between this one is noted, it says RAFox and simply Lewis. Now, I'm not sure if we know if that was the way it was actually signed, or if possibly the Elmer was left off when they wrote the record. I would say there's some possibility that you might find one with just Lewis. This one was used quite extensively. Okay, I guess now we can move the slide again.
Thank you, Mark. Now, does anyone need any more proof that Elmer Lewis is truly a Fox pseudonym? Now, our first print is Master of All He Surveys. And I love the lines. Elmer Lewis is my favorite. Okay? What's another slide? This one is titled Security. They always seem to be a family. Alright? I say that and here's one by itself. Okay, most of us have this one. But it is untitled, but you know, you could take of all sorts of titles for this one. It wouldn't be hard to do. Okay? This is Monarch of All He Surveys. I don't know where Fox got his models for all of these lines, but they are just beautiful. Okay. This one is titled Ever Watchful. Ever Watchful. And they look very fierce to me. I would not want to meet those two. This one is untitled. It's a male and female line. But again, they're looking out to the horizon, but maybe not as fierce a look as the other two. This is titled The Guardian. He's watching over the family while they get a drink. Okay? On the lookout. I love the big cats. All right. Let's see. This one is titled Strength. And that is a new one to me. I want to give credit to Pat Gibson and Barb Kratz. They helped me with slides that I did not have. Okay.